¿Qué tal, gente? ¿Cómo estamos? Benvenuti a un directo más. Hoy vamos a seguir aquí con Vampyr. Pues vamos a darle con todo. En base a lo que me dijeron, ya no estamos tan lejos de terminar el juego. Más sin embargo, no sé si podamos terminarlo el día de hoy, pero pues vamos a tratar. Vamos a ver cómo nos va. Ya saben, como siempre, si les gusta el contenido, no olviden suscribirse, comentar y dejar su grandioso like. Y bueno, pues sin más por el momento, vamos a darle. ¿Dónde estamos? No sé, que estamos en el hospital. ¿Qué te parece si subimos el volumen para empezar? Ok. ¿Dónde estamos? Estamos en el hospital. Y hay que ir a la iglesia a informar al padre Whittaker. Esa es la siguiente misión. Así es que, bueno, vamos a brincarnos. No perdamos el tiempo. Vamos a ver si vamos por el lado correcto. Mierda, hay que brincar. Cruzar hacia el otro lado. Acá debe haber una pasada. No, bueno, al menos aquí no. Aquí sí, es todo. Está en estado crítico ya hasta aquí. Ok. Está relativamente cerca. De los vampiros. ¿Piensan que los vampiros ocultan los rincones y los tugurios de Londres? No, se ocultan en los clubes de alta sociedad y en las elegantes casas del West End. Bueno, pues eso ya lo sabemos en base a lo que hemos visto. Unos chelines. Ya no tenemos mucho. Son los buenos. Cama para dormir, salvar el juego. Bueno, bonito y barato. ¿Qué onda, Robert? Aparentemente sí, ya no nos falta mucho. Creo que nada más son 7 capítulos. Y si no me equivoco, en el último que jugamos, empezamos el 6. Así es que ya andamos cerca. Andamos ya ahí en las últimas. Entonces sí, no creo que nos falte mucho. Pero, pues vamos a ver. El Chiqui Drácula, muy buena esa. Hablando de Chiqui Drácula, pura casualidad no te tocó ver esa película, Chiqui Drácula. Digo, ya de antemano sabemos que era el papel del Carlitos Espejel ahí en Chiquilladas, pero hubo una película ahí con él haciendo ese papel. Y pues claro, con el nombre ese, Chiqui Drácula. Me acordé ahorita porque dijiste Chiqui Drácula, no por otra cosa. Shit, ¿hacia dónde? Que nos deje salir por donde queramos salir y no hay ningún problema.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Toda la vuelta de esto para poder llegar ahí.
Ahora sí, es por aquí. Uf.
Stay away! Watch the leech, boys! A leech! A leech! It's a leech! Christ, he's dead! Bloody leech!
Esas mejoras de arma. Ayudaron un chingo. A ver. Sí, vamos se llamaba vamos a ver. Shit. No hay nada aquí. Fuera de la puerta.
I have this thirst for blood.
Dame tu vida.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
¿Cuántos más quedan? ¿Hacia dónde vamos?
Easy does it, boys. We can deal with it.
Maldito hombre lobo. Ah, shit. Se lo fallé. Ok, tenemos que acercarnos hacia ese punto. Aquí hay varios que se teletransportan. Bien. Ya estamos más cerca. Con la sangre del 100. Está cerrado. A ver. Ok. Chelines. Oh shit, acá había pasado arriba, ¿no?
It's locked.
Interesante, ¿dónde estamos? Okay. No hay puerta por acá para atrás. ¿Tú quién eres? Cristina Popa. Esta lady se está muriendo.
Hey.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reid?
How are the conditions in Whitechapel?
When I...
Do you need any assistance, Miss Pop?
It depends.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Desaparecen las misiones. Eso es, para que lo vean, esto está en estado crítico. Estos que tienen 3 estrellas prácticamente son los que ya están próximos a morir. Están bien graves. Si se fijan, la cantidad de sangre o la barra de sangre está bajando. Estos son los que tenemos que curar para que no haya.
Goodbye, miss.
Pero
take care of yourself as best you can. Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
It's Father Whittaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you seek?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood. Sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
Why did you send Sam?
I sent him on a vision.
A laugh. But who?
She is.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burned those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the...
You're not the savior of London. You're just a
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reid. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I say.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No.
Why did you send Sam?
I sent him on a...
You sent a man to die because of a stupid vision. I have heard enough of your nonsense. Goodbye. Good evening, Mr.
He's far.
Your disciple.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked...
Your precious Samuel.
If that's true, then he will be...
Okay. Increíble, pero cierto.
Tell me the reason why you despise Joseph Larrabee.
A faithless shepherd is the worst
Es el otro güey que se convirtió
for he
en lobo.
leads his flock to the abyss by disregarding the right path. God smote this man for he doubted.
I only met him briefly, but he seemed a dedicated man who tried to provide guidance.
Do you not believe in punishment, my son? I am not talking about the law of men. I am talking about...
A ver, algo que no sea tan mamilas.
I believe in the logical and factual organization of everything in the universe. God, if he exists, is just a principle waiting to be discovered.
Armageddon is upon us, Dr. Reid. The final battle where every soul will be weighed. I'm afraid yours will burn for a long time.
What do you mean when you say...
All scientists are entangled.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I
bastante
can
extensa,
spare a few minutes
entonces
listening
pierdes
to
muchísimo,
your
bueno, no pierdes,
so-called
pasas
truth.
muchísimo
As a
tiempo para
doctor,
conocer
you
y para
must be
que se puedan
aware of the
saltar
decimating
las
epidemic.
misiones hablando con todos y
But
cada
let
uno
me
de
tell
los,
you that this so-called Spanish
de los
flu
personajes.
is just the beginning of the end.
Y
What do
luego
you
andas
mean?
como
The
tipo Sherlock
beast
Holmes
is
ahí,
finally revealing
descubriendo
itself,
pistas y demás,
corrupting the flesh and the heart of
haciendo
men.
las decisiones que
With my
toman.
own eyes I have seen.
I have heard enough.
Ahora sí. Vamos a allí. Tracy.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker. How is the...
Don't you hear the trumpets?
No tiene nada que decir.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
A ver si vamos a ver. Ya está completa esta. Cientos. Ahora tenemos que ir. ¿Qué tan lejos estamos? Hay que ir a... Ok. A la izquierda de donde estamos.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to...
A ver, este güey se está muriendo. Este güey se está muriendo. Sepsis. Y hijo de su... Se me hace que muy apenas voy a alcanzar por salvar a este güey.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
No tengo nada.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught you in my investigation.
Sí, sí tengo para-
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Muy barato. Y vamos a hacer como vamos, está bien. Con todos esos flores encontramos varios, pero pues no hace nada. El camino de Whitechapel, que está crítico aquí. Vamos bien.
Your prey is mine now! How dare you
Son dos.
You're mine!
Viene chico este güey. Vámonos, este lado. Ok, curamos rápidamente. Ven, 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 ven. Ven, 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 ven.
Stupid newborn! Don't you know better?
Ahora sí. Y con eso se debieron haber muerto sus putos fantasmitas que andaban con ellos. A ver, ¿qué tengo aquí? Ok. Uf.
You Londoners are no match for me. This is
Esos vampiros son los, hasta ahorita, vampiros humanos. Que hay dos tipos, los vampiros humanos y los que son... Los vampiros humanos son hechos por vampiros que son de altas familias, que vienen de altas familias y que tienen sangre pura. Y los otros son vampiros acá, pedorrillos, por llamarles así. Entonces prácticamente se convierten en nuestros, no se vuelven vampiros, ni mucho menos. ¿Qué onda, Joseph Poncada? ¿Cómo estás? Benvenuti. Saúl, ¿cómo estás? Benvenuti.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
Déjame entrar.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman. All right, Doctor, come on in. Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool. So what is the name of my nocturnal visitor?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reid? The eminent surgeon? My God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it. I'm Mason Swanborough, by the way.
Do you know Braille, Mr. Swanborough?
I'm no expert, but I learned it in my spare time, yes. Why?
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so I thought perhaps it was yours.
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness. You have piqued my interest, Dr. Reid.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
Okay. Bueno, pues sí
I found another page of the diary, Mr. Swanborough.
This diary is still not complete. The man who wrote it claims he is a member of some scholarly brotherhood called the St. Paul's Stole.
Really? I've heard of them. Very capable scientists. Perhaps the man who wrote this really found a cure.
I would need more pages to figure it out, but it's as promising as it is intriguing.
No, nos faltan más.
And what else have you learned?
I know you assisted Professor Carell in France.
Yes. Those were...
Yes, the thrill of research.
Does someone take care of...
My sister Loretta and I have our daily routine. Every morning and evening she comes by so we can talk and...
Where does your sister go? What's so amusing about...
I won't hide the truth from you. Loretta sells a fake miracle elixir to the sick people of...
Do you not appreciate your sister's visits?
Loretta is the best and worst thing that happened to me.
How is the sanity?
I hear them hissing and scratching at my door every night.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool. What can I do for you, Doctor?
You seem unwell, sir. Do you need my assistance?
Actually, I feel worse than usual. Can you give me something?
No. Shit, no lo tenemos.
No, not now.
Está grave este tipo.
Later, perhaps. Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
Vamos a ver qué nos encontré eso. No, coleccionable, los vampiros se alimentan de nuestra alma. ¿Qué más tenemos por aquí? No me vas a dar nada.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Chequines. Ah, qué medicamento. Muy bien. Muy bien.
It's locked, all right.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
Okay. Vamos a ver qué tan lejos estamos.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Oh, está cerca. Relativamente cerca. Crítico esto, pero es porque no le hemos dado tiempo a que se recuperen los que acabamos de curar.
I cannot enter.
Chat. Padre, este es el moreno.
go. Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay what...
Vamos a ver.
You again?
Y ese güey no está enfermo, así es que no nos interesa nada.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Y este imbécil es Gary Lewis. Pero
Cheap
no es
price,
un
good
que...
quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Y luego acá, ¿cuál es? El chavito, sepsis. No tenemos esa madre ni para qué vamos con él. Fuck.
Mr. Bates.
Evening, Doctor.
Since I took an oath to help...
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Sigue. Vamos avanzando. Es que todavía no. Cerca estamos. ¿Cuántos metros? No menos, estamos alejando, no me jodas. Es por el otro lado. Ok, igual. Vamos de vuelta otra vez. De aquel lado. Estamos más cerca, pero pues aquí tenemos alcanzó el cabrón. fallé. Para pegarle su... Muere, perro. Ok. Acá hay otro. Me gustó. ¿Dónde es? Estamos aquí, entonces debe ser en el primer piso. Una buena bestia ahí. Está grande la bestia esa. Esta mierda está un poquito. Esta madre, si no, ya vamos por él. Ah, perdón, hay algo. Chelines.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. There's a letter inside.
Bueno. Ahora, ¿hacia dónde vamos? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Sí la recuperé o no? What? O sea, nos dio la caja y no nos la dio porque dice todavía recuperarla. No entiendo. ¿Qué onda, Chito? ¿Cómo estamos? Benvenuti, brother. Por chingado. ¿Qué otra cosa falta aquí? Vamos a ver hacia dónde nos lleva ahora. Lado, ¿no? Fuera más de una caja, probablemente puede ser que esté acá afuera. Pero aquí no hay nada. Pues mira, yo estoy en que ya la caja ya la tenemos. Sí traemos. Maldición, maldición.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina is still working nearby.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Ah, esta mujer es la hermana del otro.
Good evening.
A ver, ya se abrió algo. No. Acá está. No debería curar si quiero.
Loretta, Your miraculous formula wouldn't even cure a common cold, and you know it.
The Swanborough's cordial secret ingredient is hope, Doctor. And it's something people around here really need.
A placebo effect is real and has benefit. But in your case, you could be murdering your customers who may die because they are not receiving the necessary medical attention.
Medical attention? In Whitechapel? Trust me, my cordial is the best option they have, since...
Well, as it is a placebo of sorts, perhaps it may have some positive effect.
See? You have to admit I'm doing some good. The Swanborough family is not poisoning anybody, Doctor.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine.
Desgraciadamente necesitamos todo eso.
Good evening.
Surely you have someone else to bother, Mr.
How is the sanitary?
Terrible, to say the least. Maybe now you understand the importance of Dorothea's work here.
There isn't just one way to help.
Your way seems to attract sorrow and despair, Mr. Doctor. Your kind of care is not what...
That's quite...
Stop pretending, Mr. Doctor. All you wanted was to confront Dorothea.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the...
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leave.
Tell me everything.
I do not believe...
Who is she?
She's not...
You say she...
Well...
How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu? Do you need my help?
I would not even accept fresh water from you, Doctor. I don't need your help.
Yes, you do. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
I said I don't want anything. But I'll keep this for those who really need it.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
No match for the Swanborough cordial.
Perhaps I should look into it.
As long as you have the money.
para encontrar esta zona de bichos. A ver, dame eso. Mierda, brinqué y...
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
A ver, está el chamacón. Saludable. Popa, esta que tiene. Está saludable, esa no necesita nada. Aquí está, acá está.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe?
Chingados es para Red Lewis.
We can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Right then.
¿Qué pedo?
Show me what you have.
Traigo la caja. No me gustó esa jalada, pero bueno. Bueno, si
cheap price, good quality.
Si no hay más, vámonos a la principal, que es esta. Chingue su madre.
Take a look, don't be afraid.
Vamos para allá.
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like these?
¿Por qué será? ¿Es un vampiro? No debe ser por eso. No, sí, así es, así vamos bien. Y lo bajo a la derecha.
It's one of them! Back, demon! Back!
Es hacia acá. Vamos a ver. Sí, vamos a ver. Vamos a ver si podemos hacer algo. Y en la mesa a ver si los medicamentos, algunos de los medicamentos que nos hacen falta. Semia 1. Bueno, te había perdido. Sale extraordinario 4, sale 85 de daño. Vientos. Ok. Y luego está ya, lo tenemos al 100. Vientos, 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 vientos. ¿Qué onda, madre? incita, que es humana, y nosotros vampiruscos. Es por ahí. Ok.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Esto de aquí está cerrado. ¿Qué pedo con estas misiones?
It's locked. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood.
Okay. A ver. Ah, ok, va a ser por acá. La maldita.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
This is now mine! Gotcha! You feeble!
Trae la otra madre chingada ahí.
You're mine!
Ah, fuck.
Your prey is mine!
Uf. Ah, su madre. Ese güey era nivel 30, no, me había tocado uno tan pesado. Está eso como quiera con la... Ahora que hicimos la mejora de las armas. Bastante, tanto lo de las garras como la sable. ratitas.
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Bueno, ya estamos relativamente llenos. Al 100, pero sigámonos ya. Tiempo de carga, como siempre. Eterno. Encontrar una manera de acceder a la mansión de Aloysius Dawson. Seguir el paso para llegar a la mansión de Aloysius Dawson. La parte que no entiendo es... O sea, el vampiro mayor, por decirlo así, nos encargó esta misión de venir y transformar a este señor en vampiro. Sin embargo, tenemos que pelear aquí con otros vampiros en el camino, que nos supone que ya todos son los mismos. Partes incomprensibles, a menos de que sean escas. Escas son los vampiros.
I have this thirst
debajo,
for blood.
Los más jodidos, los de mero abajo del rango de vampiros.
Die, newborn.
Oh shit. putísima madre. ¡Ah! Maldito León Agustín. ¡Ah! Pinche jefe pedorro. Ah, hicimos todo. Vale. Ok, ¿cómo se carga? ¿Cómo se tarda estos cambios de escenas? Pum, 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 pum.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
Bueno, creo que con eso ya es suficiente. Con eso lo hacemos para chingar este güey. Ok.
No one can hide from Ascalon. Die, newborn.
¿Qué te pareció, papi?
For Ascalon. Foolish Echo. Give me your blood.
Bien, cabrón. Vientos. Ven.
Die, newborn. No! I will. Give me your blood.
La violencia de los bullcots. Otro jefe más. Jamás dejen que el tamaño de un bullcot los engañe. Estos enormes bastardos pueden ser igual de rápidos que cualquier alimaña. Y pueden ser abatidos de la misma manera, perforando y movilizando su cadáver putrefacto en el suelo antes de decapitarlos. Bueno. Uno más. ¿Listo? ¿Nos vas a dar algo? No nos vamos a dar nada. Ok. A ver, ¿hacia dónde vamos? Y acá bajamos. Vamos para acá. Porque no vaya a haber alguna otra arma mejor que las que traemos o todavía para mejorar las que traemos.
I cannot enter. It's locked.
¿Qué onda, Maggie Patrick? Benvenuti. This game is called Vampyr. And pretty much the name says it. Vampire. De hecho, ¿qué onda Luis? ¿Cómo estás? Benvenuti. De hecho, creo que ya jugamos una vez, ¿no? Sí, nomás mándame, si no me mandaste la invitación, es el mismo nombre, Los Spooky 18, mándame la invitación y cuando quieras jugamos. Ahí donde la estábamos camoteando. Ven para acá, ratita del mal.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
La cagué. Otro maldito nivel 30. A ver, ¿tú quién eres, pequeña?
Are you all right, miss?
Who are you? What do you want from me?
My name is Jonathan Reid. I'm a doctor.
Ya está, Luis.
What happened to you? Why are you here?
I'm Louise Teasdale. I was kidnapped a few weeks ago by a vampire. Don't laugh, please, sir. It's no joke.
I believe you, Miss Teasdale.
That monster told me my father was dead. That no one was waiting for me outside.
You're safe now. You don't have to worry about the vampire. You should just return home.
Thank you, sir. I hope we'll meet again soon. Because I'd really like you to teach me how to get rid of these creatures.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again. I don't know your father.
My father...
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't know your father.
My father would...
No, no me deja. No me deja y ya se está muriendo. Fuck.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Hemos llegado a la parte del distrito donde debíamos estar. Se me hace que ya ahorita que entremos al distrito, ahora sí ya podemos ir a buscar al tipo este que nos encargaron para que convirtiéramos en vampiro. Pero ha estado peludo todo para llegar ahí. Nos dejaron caer a todos los malditos vampiros habidos y por haber cercas.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doc...
work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
Va que va.
Do you know anything in particular?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
Okay.
What are you
Mr. Kimura has been murdered. Always the same injuries. Wounds to the neck and massive blood loss. I'll stick to my homicidal maniac theory.
Okay.
What can you tell?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the...
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really...
I told you. I'm a detective.
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Why are you
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange, which requires police attention?
No, para nada, policía no.
Does the name Fergal ring a bell? Fergal Bancher?
Of course it does. Fergal Bancher, the butcher of gold.
What are you...
Mr. Kim...
Tell me all you know about that.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies.
How could different killers influence?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector.
Este güey que está enfermo. Fatiga.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan. Dr. Reid.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm afraid
You'll quickly feel better after taking this.
Thank you, Dr. Reid. I really appreciate it.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Okay. ¿Cuánta raza hay aquí? Oh, sí hay bastantitos cabrones y tenemos que descubrir a varios todavía. Ok, vamos a hacer un recorrido rápido. Oh, esta era la puerta que estaba cerrada desde un principio. Capish, capish. Por ahí andaba otro güey.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid.
Dr. Reid? Dr. Reid?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name...
I think I would remember.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you.
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a...
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
What can you tell me?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
And what do you do, sir?
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something.
Tell me more about what...
I just...
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Tiempo con estos cuates. Ahora sí, vamos a ver dónde está la entrada.
Too many murders to investigate them all, but they will not be forgotten.
Tienda de Price. Bueno, pues todo lo que nos puedan dar, excelente.
Dr. Reid, I am glad to see you.
Plática nada más así para saber. Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reid, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left.
Always glad to see a former patient in...
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
I hope you can stay a little longer.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reid.
Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum.
Good to see you too, Carol.
Oh, yes. I did not hurt my...
Goodbye, Carol.
Okay.
Dr. Reid.
Good morning.
I am glad.
Good evening, sir.
Tenemos que buscar la locación. Una vez que lo encontremos, nada más hay que entrar. Acá tenemos estos güeyes también. A ver. Es hora de la batalla.
¡Es el leech!
Ay, hijo de la chingada, ya sacó la cruz ese pendejo.
Rewind shall prevail!
Muévete, nos quema ese güey.
Kill you!
Ah, ya se saltó otro desgraciado por atrás, ¿es en serio? No. Pinches montoneros, hijos de su... Mierda, muévete. No, putísima madre. No, pinche madre. Muévete. Bien, por lo menos.
Die, leech!
joda y esos güeyes. Sobre todo el otro cabrón que me cayó por atrás. Vamos a ver. ¿Qué más hay? ¿Qué más hay? No, ya estas últimas misiones. Pues ahora sí ya se dejan venir todos a mansalva. Soltar los perros. Acá, esta dice que está allá. Aquí esta puerta es para entrar a la mansión de él. Sí. Checar todo antes de. ¿Qué onda, compadre? ¿Cómo estamos? 105 gigabytes es pesado, pero ¿de qué, güey? ¿De qué estás hablando? ¿Para qué? ¿Para una computadora? ¿Para una consola? Ando todo enriatado ahorita con el chat porque salió una actualización nueva del chat este que es el que me junta todos los streams. Y estoy bien perdido porque ya me cambió todo. Me cambió toda la jugada y ahora necesito, ahorita por ejemplo estoy viendo en dos pantallas dos diferentes chats. Ese es el pedo. A ver si ya mañana ya lo tengo. Esta pinche actualización salió ahorita. Bueno, no ahorita.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains: am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Pues esta misión es encontrar a este viejo y hacerlo nuestro protegido, o en pocas palabras, hacerlo vampiro. Eso fue lo que nos ordenaron. Otra gente nos dijeron, no lo hagas, ese güey no. Se va a poner grave y demás el asunto. Pero pues ahorita nos damos cuenta. De John Francis Sparrow.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Hay que preguntarle a ese güey.
It's locked.
Okay. Vamos a... Se me hace que ya aquí está. En su alcoba. Sí. Puras cajas fuertes cerradas, maldita sea.
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reid. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reid. Planned very carefully.
Believe me, there is a huge difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one. I learned that myself the hard way.
Oh my God, man, stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
What do you know about the...
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would...
I will become your maker.
Well, I certainly won't consider you my lead.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reid, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to...
Let's move on, then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reid, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by me.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to...
The apocalypse is already...
Okay.
Who gave you the right...
My money. My...
You really plan to build...
Yes, it will be...
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate...
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Are you ready for immortality, Mr. Dawson? Drink now, and say farewell to life as you prepare to be reborn.
What do you mean, drink? What about the blood transfusion?
I'm the doctor and the vampire here, so I'll give the orders. Drink, sir. Now.
All right.
Good. That's enough. That's enough, I said.
I will not die. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh no. You will die, sir. Steel yourself. You're already in death's grip.
Ok. Ya convertimos a este pinche anciano en vampiro, que era lo que nos habían pedido que hiciéramos. Informar al Lord Redgrave. Aquí está.
Is it done, Dr. Reid? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn, as expected?
Yes, my lord. Ascalon has a new recruit.
Wonderful news.
Thank you, my lord.
No, thank you, Dr. Reid. Now...
Of course. What is it?
Go outside and talk with that disgusting creature I saw waiting for you in front of this mansion.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll have a look.
Good. I didn't kill her on the spot, for she claims to be a friend of yours. But don't you dare bring such a creature near me again. Thank you, Lance-Bearer. I shall take care of our new member when he awakes. For now, please get rid of that monstrosity at the door. Thank you, Lance-Bearer. I shall take care of our new member when he awakes. For now, please get rid of that
Bueno, pues convertimos al anciano en vampiro, que esa era la misión que nos habían encargado. Batallamos un poco para llegar ahí, nos tenemos que enfrentar con un enemigo, bueno, un enemigo y una infinidad de gente, pero lo logramos. Así es que esa misión ya la terminamos. Vamos a ver ahora quién es la persona que nos estaba siguiendo y que no está aquí afuera y que nos están diciendo que nos deshagamos de ella. La madre, ¿esto quién es? Perdón.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Lady Ashbury. You know her. Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down.
I'm listening, but I do...
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave?
Because I used to know him quite well.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding...
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skull.
Where is Lady...
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
How did Elizabeth...
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She...
Why did she come to you? What do you think?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady?
Claro.
Should I...
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising. Go now, young Ekon. You are awaited elsewhere. It's been such a long time since I came to this part of town.
Rápidamente para allá. Recupera la caja de Barret Lewis. Uf. What the fuck. Ah, qué bien, tenía un chingo que no pasaba eso. Bueno, pues ya llevamos 2 horas 20 minutos de directo. Todo iba muy bien hasta que se resurgió este error, que es uno de los problemas que tiene el juego. Ya teníamos mucho tiempo que no nos pasaba. Pero bueno, lo bueno es que el juego se salva donde íbamos. Nos despedimos de una muy mala manera, pero ya nos habíamos pasado del tiempo. Gracias a todos los que me acompañaron el día de hoy. Gracias por haber estado ahí. Y pues bueno, con esto me despido. Pásenla bonito y nos vemos en el directo del día de mañana. Que estén muy bien. Hasta luego.